So in our previous episode, we have seen here this idea of this candy space to pick up the colors of the candies using the noise function. And we used here just one parameter. So processing is assuming that the other parameters are 0. Now let's do some animation and then change the second parameter to see what this means actually. So I'm gonna add here void setup to configure my movie or my animation, and void draw. Right now, we will be drawing the same animation all the time. I can remove this print now that we know which kind of values we are getting. So now, what's going on? We are calling draw over and over again, but we are using noise to pick up these colors from our candy space, and we are picking all the time the same colors. That's why there's no animation. Now, what would happen if instead of picking up all the time the same colors, I would pick up colors that move down a little bit all the time? So the first time I pick this set of colors or these candies, the second time I increase Y. So I'm not getting any more all these colors up here, but then the next ones. And because we know that if our candies are near each other, the colors will not change much, but they will change a little bit. So how could we now increment this Y value? I'm gonna add, like we did in one of the previous episodes, a variable called time, or I can call it also Y, doesn't matter. It will start at 0, float Y equals 0, and I will now have here, before we had a 0, now we have a Y. And at the end of this loop, I'm gonna increase Y equals Y plus 0,02, for example. Now we are not picking anymore all the time the same group of colors, but we're moving down. So now you can see here how these colors are slowly changing. How fast they change depends on this variable. This means how fast are we jumping down. If I would do this very small, I can do it 0,01. Now the change is slower, but still quite easy to see. The smaller you make it, 0,05, the slower it's gonna change. And if I make it really fast, like 1, then it's really changing too fast. We are flying at like light speed in the down direction. So the colors we get each time we call draw have nothing to do anymore with the previous one because the steps are too large. Now it's important to notice that noise is actually just returning numbers, not colors. In this imaginary example here, we have candies with colors, but the noise function just returns a number, and we can do whatever we want with this number. In this program here, we are just using this number to choose a color. But in one of the previous episodes, we used the number just to choose the position of the line. So we were drawing something that looked like the ocean. So we can use it for colors, for positions, sizes, rotation. You can use anything that comes to your mind. Now, let's use this noise with 2 values in a different way now. I'm gonna draw a group of candies or ellipses. And we know that to do this, we can use one loop inside another loop. I'm gonna remove here my float, my Y, and I'm gonna remove it from here too. And I'm gonna add here another while loop, while Y is less than height. Then do something. So before starting this while loop, I will say float Y equals 0. And now I do something inside here. I will increase my Y variable plus 40. And there inside, I will do those things. I will choose a color, set the color, and draw an ellipse. So we've seen this in previous episodes. We have a while loop inside a while loop, and we create a grid of colors now. And why is this not working? here we're using a fixed position of 100 instead of y. So now when we set this y variable here, we are filling the screen with our circles. What's going on right now? When we run this program, we are looking at our box here, and we are choosing a group of candies here, like a part of this front face. So let me draw this here again. If we have this cube, and the cube is full of colorful candies, we are picking up some candies from here, from the front, because we are increasing X and Y. Y is actually changing too fast. It's changing 40 pixels at a time. That's why you can see the first line is green and then it's blue, and here's another color. If I would divide this again by 500, then the change should be more gradual. And every time I run the program, the box is full of different colors and I'm getting a different drawing. But as you see, there's no animation. So now again, every time I call the draw function, which happens many times per second, I'm picking up here the same set of colors. I am picking, if you look at these loops, first I'm moving this y variable, so I'm choosing, let me draw in another color. I'm choosing this color, this color, this color, this color. When I get to the bottom, I start again on the next row, and this all happens on one frame. The next time I call draw, the same thing happens and I get the same exact colors. How could I make this change over time? I could change the set variable. So the first time I would be picking up the colors here in the surface, but then I will move in this direction and I will pick up a different set of colors from behind, and I keep moving to the back this way. We know we have to move slowly, otherwise the colors change too much from frame to frame. But let's try this now. I'm gonna add a float set variable, which we start at 0. So 0 is, for the set variable, is the front of, it's right here, the front of this box. And I here replace this 0 with my set variable. And behind, at the end of this draw function, I increase set equals set plus 0,01. So I'm moving backwards the area where I choose my colors from. So I'm going towards the back. And let's see what happens now. So now these colors are slowly changing. The speed again depends on this variable. If I move faster towards the back, things change faster. I can make it, to make it more beautiful, let's make these circles larger. Maybe I can cover the whole screen. And you can see now the effect. I'm picking up these random color candies from our candy space. And let me add here a few pixels to push the whole thing right and down, so we don't have that strange border down here. So now you can see this. It's a bit hard to imagine, but try watching again this episode and imagining this box full of colors and that you're picking up all these colors from our candies. So I hope you have now a better idea where these colors are coming from. We're using this noise function and using these 3 variables to choose a position inside this candy space to grab some numbers or some colors out of it.